if we were to go all the way down to 41K, that would be 33.4, approximately 43.5%.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap gets you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.io. Welcome to Bitboy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, details on how you can win a full Bitcoin down below in the description, which, by the way, is worth much less today than it was yesterday. Today, we brought on Carl from the Moon channel on YouTube to talk about where Bitcoin could be heading. Could it be up for a 33% drop? That could be in the cards. But guys, if you want to take advantage of any of this information and find the dip to go long on, you can trade Bitcoin on Bybit, my trading site of choice. We actually have a contest going on right now with Bybit. You can sign up by visiting bitboycrypto.com/Bybit. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the interview. All right, guys, we're back on the channel with Carl from the Moon, one of my very favorite technical analysts out there. And as you guys know, Bitcoin has been pretty crazy this week. We were expecting some volatility, maybe not so much to the downside. Carl, welcome to the channel, of course, as always. And what the heck is going on with Bitcoin right now?
Hello. Yeah, thank you so much for having me back on the channel. I love sharing my analysis with you and your audience. And yeah, Bitcoin is a little bit shaky right now. People are wondering, did we top out or not? And I guess the only thing we can do is go into the charts and check it out. So let's get right into the charts.
Let's do it.
All right. So what we can see for Bitcoin is that Bitcoin has been forming over the past few days here, a descending triangle. And this descending triangle is, of course, a bearish pattern. And well, it broke down below the support, and the support is at $53,600. And I was talking about this over on my channel for a few days here because, of course, a descending triangle is a very tradable pattern. And when we break it, we want to trade. But the big question right now is, of course, where's the target and where's Bitcoin going right now? And let me just show you. So if you put from the high to the low like this, and then you pull it down at the point of the breakout, then you can see that the target technically is all the way down here at $45,500. So, well, let's say you traded this from the support, that's a 15% trade. But from where we are right now, technically the target is actually down 12% from where we are right now. So we do have that as a bearish target, of course. I think that's something we have to just keep in mind. Now, we can also see that there is a big support level or a previous resistance level that is now going to turn into support. Remember, like the first rule in TA is previous resistance becomes new support. So if you have huge resistance like this, then this is now going to be back tested as support. And that's what we're doing right now. Bitcoin is back testing this as support as I'm recording this. And this support is at approximately $51,700. And it is possible that we might see a small short-term bounce here. That's what I'm seeing kind of right now, because we can see in the RSI that we have a low and a higher low. And in the price, we have a low and a lower low, which means that we're getting a small bullish divergence here on the 1 hour time frame. And what this usually indicates to me is a short-term bounce like this, but eventually we can potentially roll over again. But in the immediate short term, we can see a small bounce, go sideways, and then roll over, just like back here. Over on my channel, if you're one of my subscribers, you know that I showed you exactly the same scenario, literally just, not long ago, just a few hours ago, like yesterday, I guess. You can see this exact same pattern. It's also a bullish divergence, and we can use this as an example to kind of see if we can predict this. Look at this, the same thing on the 1 hour time frame, bullish divergence. And what I was saying there was that essentially we're from here going to go sideways or up, and well, we did go sideways or up, and that's what I'm saying now as well. We are most likely going to see the same thing play out once again. We had another bullish divergence back here, same thing happened there. We went sideways and up. So in fact, bullish divergences and bearish divergences are one of my favorite things to trade and to take a look at, because you can see here they are very, very often very, very accurate for reversals or simply just small consolidation phases in a bigger trend. So and especially when we run into a support. For example, here we saw a bullish divergence running into this support level. So that's why I was more confident that we're probably going to see a small pump. And right now we're once again running into a big previous resistance, big support level, and getting a bullish divergence, which means that, in my opinion, I think it is quite likely that we might see a small short-term bounce, maybe retest this previous support level, now turning into resistance, because this works on the other side also, right? Previous support also becomes, of course, new resistance. So $53,600 here is going to be a huge level to watch for us, because I believe it's very likely that Bitcoin might try to retest this level now. And if we get rejected, in my opinion, it's very likely that we're going to just break support and probably head lower here. And yeah, probably then meet our targets out of this descending triangle. So that's kind of my initial thoughts here on Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame.
Yeah. Well, usually, I'm bullish. I'm usually bullish. I think that, we're going to continue out through this bull market. We're going to see a lot bigger prices than we've seen so far. But the fact that these futures contracts are expiring tomorrow, it really concerns me, because kind of what I was expecting this week was prices to go up. And then on Friday, we get a big correction with the contracts expiring. And we haven't seen that. We've actually seen dump, 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 dump. For me, we've been looking at, from a fundamental perspective, that 47K is a really strong line of support based upon a lot of the corporations buying around 47,000. It's actually, they say it's like one of the strongest, price points for the corporations to buy since we were down in the low 30s or maybe the high 20s. Do you see anything on the charts that would indicate that, 47K could be a number that it might not break down below?
Well, let's just maybe zoom out a little bit and take a look at that. We can definitely take a look at this. So if we bring out some support, 47K, you say?
Yep.
Let's see. So we just put a line right there at 47,000. We can make this another color just to make this a little bit more easy to watch. Well, we can see that we have some support right there. A little bit of support right there. I guess you can make this out as the support level. And then we had some resistance right there, some support right there, some support right there. So you can definitely see that we have many points of contact here, indicating that this is a important level. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest. I mean, in my opinion, I think a level that is much more interesting to me is the 40. Let's see here, 43,000 maybe in that case. Or you know what? Let me zoom out. Actually, I think the most important level, if I'm going to choose one level, I'm going to choose this level, which is, of course, the 41K level.
Yeah.
Right here, I would put it exactly 41,000, because of previous resistance and previous resistance right there. So this is a huge level. 47 to me doesn't really make all too much sense as a huge level. I would probably in that case choose 44,000 because of previous support right there, previous support right there. But yeah, you can definitely play around with these horizontal support levels. You can find many of them that make sense. But
according to your to the measuring stick over there, what kind of percentage drops would we be looking at from the peak to hit each of those levels?
Yeah, do you mean from
just from the all-time high, from 62K down to 47? What is that? And then also down to 41.
Yeah,
so it'd be really interesting to see.
That's true. So from 62,000, if we come down to 47,000, that's a 24% correction.
Yeah,
which is a substantial correction, but it's nothing in the Bitcoin world, of course.
Yeah.
We're used to 50% corrections, right? I think that's well within normal. If we were to go all the way down to 41K, that would be 33.4, approximately 43.5%. And that's also not all too catastrophic either, actually. That's also just very normal in the bull market to see that kind of thing. However, if we were to come down to these levels at 41,000, then this would create a lower low, because here we have a previous low.
Yeah.
This will give us a lower low. So that would give us some troubles, because that would mean that we're changing the trend, because right now we're still bullish, having higher highs, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low. We're still in a higher low.
Yeah.
So we're still in that trend. If this reverses, then of course we have to kind of reevaluate this daily uptrend. We can also take a look at the daily EMA ribbon, which is a indicator that I use, and I believe I made popular here on YouTube. You can see that we're still well above it. It's a nice indicator to kind of show us, are we in a bull trend or in a bear trend? And right now, according to this ribbon, we are still in a bull trend. We're still bouncing above support. And usually, as long as we're above this support, I stick with my trades. I stick with my bias. If we break this ribbon, that's when I'm going to start reconsidering and potentially flip bearish on the daily time frame. But right now, we're still bullish on the daily. Now that we're talking about the daily, I can also just quickly show you that we do have a bearish divergence on the daily coming in here. You have a high, lower high, lower high in the RSI, but in the price we have the exact opposite, a high, higher high, and a higher high. So we do have a sign there showing us that we potentially might be running out of steam. We might be running out of momentum, and potentially soon we might actually see this bull trend that we've seen here start to reverse to the downside. I'm not saying that it's going to happen now, but I do think that it is inevitable to happen at some point. And let's just see. We are seeing these bearish divergences. And if we start to break daily support, that's when I would start to pay attention and maybe flip bearish on daily.
Yeah. Well, I think ultimately, that there is a scenario that exists where we go into a little bear market in the middle of the bull market, and then by the end of the year, we go back up. But traditionally, based on the last market cycle, that's not what we saw. So I'm still going to stick with what you're saying. And I think as long as we don't go below, that ribbon, I think we are still bullish. Well, Carl, as always, thank you so much for coming on the channel today, breaking down from a technical perspective what's going on in the markets. Anything you want to leave us with today?
I think everyone should just not panic all too much. Always just look at the technicals. And usually when the price dumps, people just panic. They panic sell, or they start panic buying, or just always take a step back, take a look at the support, take a look at the lines you have, pull out trading view, and make a more rational decision. No decisions that are made on the fly like that are smart decisions. Those are emotional decisions. You always have to take a step out and take a look at the bigger picture, and don't panic sell, because you want to. I mean, I've always been telling people that as long as we're in a bull trend, the trend is your friend. You want to keep holding Bitcoin. It's very risky to sell Bitcoin. It's much riskier to sell Bitcoin than to buy Bitcoin, in my opinion, because Bitcoin tends to explode. And I mean, 60K, 50K, whatever, that's nothing. We're going to see hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you're a holder, don't panic, never panic. If you're a trader, then obviously you have to take a clear look at support and resistance and react whenever we do see clear volume confirmed breakouts or breakdowns. And that's what you want to pay attention to. And that's what I'm trying to do on my channel. And I was very happy to do this technical analysis here for you and your audience today.
Yeah, that's right, guys. And if you guys want that high-level technical analysis from Carl's channel, The Moon, you guys make sure to go down in the video description. There's a link there where you can go and subscribe to his channel. I also do regular weekly videos on his channel as well. So if you want to get access to those, make sure you are a subscriber. All right, guys, make sure to drop comments down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about next week. Let us know what you think about Bitcoin. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.